How do millions of blackbirds react when a crop they've roosted in for years is harvested in just a few days? Find out in this follow-up to our previous video documenting how this Missouri field became a major winter roost site. The birds are drawn by the miscanthus planted here, an experimental perennial biomass crop that seems to mimic tall wetland vegetation. In the 3 years since we brought this site to the attention of the birding community, the miscanthus had never been harvested, creating a stable, long-term winter home for an estimated 2 to 3 million blackbirds. But just days before we were scheduled to give a talk on birds in big numbers for the Missouri River Bird Observatory and the Missouri Birding Society, we received notice that the field was finally being harvested and raced to the site to document the birds' reaction. By the time we arrived, at least 90% of the field had been harvested, and the farmers were working hard to finish the remainder. We recorded a series of time-lapse videos as evening fell, harvest progressed, and the birds began to arrive and react to the loss of their roost vegetation. Mass flights swirled over and around the field, acting in a way we can only describe as confused and agitated. A few pockets of grackles perched stubbornly in their remaining patch, like eco-protesters chaining themselves to trees. We stayed until nearly true dark with harvest ongoing, when most of the birds seemed to have settled back into surrounding trees, though in the dim light we could still see and hear large flocks swirling around. You may be tempted to disapprove of the harvest, but we'd caution against this. This is private land that was planted with a crop in good faith, with no idea it would create a special habitat. Those involved have the right to harvest their crop and recoup their expenses, and miscanthus is normally harvested in winter. This roost has been a very special phenomenon to witness, but it's not unique to this location, and blackbirds are adaptable. When we checked on the site a week later, few birds were actually settling in this location, but we still saw masses of birds returning to the general area. We're grateful to have had the chance to observe this roost for so long and share it with others, and we're very curious to see if the mass flocks return next fall when the miscanthus is regrown. If you want to learn more, check out the links below for access to a related video, talk, and peer-reviewed report on this roost.